Howdy, y'all. So, a couple days ago, I got 18 months sobriety, and you guys all know that I've wrestled with alcohol in the past, admitted alcoholic and all that. And yeah, 18 months is pretty cool, and they give you a thing, um, a medallion. Not to bore you with too much, but also not to bore you with too much about alcoholism and all that. And I know a couple of you have emailed me about how one time I quit for a year and then a bad thing happened, and I went back. Now I'm not. It's just no. This is forever because your liver just won't take it, man. It just won't take it. But some of you have reached out. I'm like, how'd you do it? And there's this and that and that and that. And just the short version is just get yourself into AA and do it. But for those of you not in AA or unfamiliar with it, there's a 12-step process. One of the steps is where you find those that you've aggrieved or transgressed, and you apologize and try and make amends. And so I'm taking my sobriety very serious. I've gone through and where you can make apologies, but the problem is, well, dude, my history, I mean, I've been drinking since I was the first drink I had was when I was 21. I waited. It wasn't like I started at 14 or anything like that. But when you go back, just your regular old people, yeah, you've made some mistakes in the past, but I got a track record. It goes back a while, and you don't you how do you find that guy? I mean, I'm not kidding, guys. One, I've started fights. I just outright punched someone who did I do it for no reason? No, but they deserve that. No, now I can't find that person. There's no way to find these people. Did Cappy inappropriately proposition girls? Yes. Did I drive drunk? Absolutely. Did I bang other men's wives? Yes. And we'll get to the hero worship thing later here a little bit. The problem is, how do you go back and find? You can't. But then it dawned on me, I do have this platform, and for whatever it's worth, I was like, well, if and when possible, I would like to extend an apology to these people. Even going back, I know this goes outside the bounds of what I'm trying to do, but for benefit of other people, there's one of the worst things, just so you know, you're going to get to an age and there will be people you've hurt in your past, drunk or not, doesn't matter. And you'll feel like crap because you can't go back and undo it. And to this day, one of the, if not the biggest one, I was 4. I know it sounds stupid. I was 4. There was this kid at this strip mall who was also 4, a toddler. And I don't know why I hit him, but I did, and I broke his glasses. This kid was crying, and I had a twinge or an idea of guilt, and I remember my mom was aghast. I can even remember where it is. I know because I went there a million times. That's where I grew up. Um, I'm 40, about to be 48 years old. I've carried that twinge of guilt with me for 44 years. That adds up a little bit. Maybe the guy sees it. And as a young, you think, did I blind him? You don't hit a person with glasses for that precise reason. I didn't, but still, that doesn't matter. You feel like crap, you did it. And so just some general advice. Try not to hurt people. Try not to do bad things. And that's already a pretty big hurdle to do because you're going to screw up. But it becomes a lot harder when you're drunk. And then in my case, you throw anger in it. Anger, hatred, and rage and alcohol do not mix. It is, I'm not a big God guy, but to use the phrase, it is only by the grace of God or nature or a literal miracle, nothing worse happened. Like literally, like I could have been in jail easy. I could have, and not like detox jail, but like, yeah, you spend a month here. Like assault is not, oh, I don't know, fifth degree. I don't know. You spit in someone's face. That's not, but yeah, assault, like no joke, assault. Yeah, you go to jail for a while. Oh, I'd have a criminal record. I mean, pretty much a lot of us are all criminals in one way. It's just we didn't get caught, that kind of thing. Not by me. Nothing to do with me. Pure luck, didn't get caught. That's it. And so I did want to issue a sincere apology for anyone that happens to, hey, that guy looks familiar. Aaron Clary. I've done bad things, many bad things, sober, but also particularly in this context, drunk, and try not to do it again. But oh, by the way, just let me hit on that, and then we're going to go on to the other reason for this. A lot of you guys, especially you guys, you are angry, and the reason you're rightfully so angry because you've been lied to. That's the whole point of this red pill community. The whole reason ASO Consulting exists. And you might find solace or treatment in alcohol. May I recommend pot instead? Because it calms you down. Or maybe Adderall or Ritalin. I'd recommend none of these things. I'd recommend exercise, recommend anger management, AA, but the best thing would not to get it. But if you got to choose a drug and you're angry, I would not recommend alcohol. Because the two do not mix. And that's another thing. Like, I'm not a big guy. I should have gotten the crap kicked out of me. I should be missing teeth. But it's only by luck. Anyway, just for you young guys out there, because you're angry, you're looking for the pain to go away. I get it. Try anger management, try exercise, try working out, meditation, stoicism, turd flinging monkeys, the way of monkey book. Because even though it is 100% righteous and legitimate, you have been wronged. You deserve more than a pound of flesh. That right there is not going to fly in today's modern civilized society. And you throw alcohol in it, you're going to make bad decisions. And you're going to hurt. Maybe you're going to hurt some people that deserve it, but you're going to hurt a lot of people innocent along the way that didn't. And so kind of, I know that, but just don't do it. I know how that goes. Try pot instead. Try something that calms you down instead. I know like an introduction, and then try and get off of that. All right. But yeah, man, alcohol and anger don't mix. Now, the other reason for this, I did want to point out something because it was 2-3 days ago, was 18 months. But I got a very nice email from a nice lady, girl, woman. You're not an asshole. You're a nice guy. Thanks. And sincere things, but yeah, you have no idea, really. And I get fan mail, nice, for every fan mail, there's 3 or 4 death threats and a hate mail, right? But I do get, and your kind words, I appreciate it very much. But guys, you don't, me and everyone else out there on the internet, it's just the internet. It's just the effect of a screen. Like they say, never meet your heroes. Like I would love to meet Bruce Willis, but then I don't want to meet Bruce Willis because what if Bruce Willis like, oh, hey man, yeah, you want to hang out? Oh, awesome. Yeah. And like, he's kind of a nerd or a dweeb. Like, I just want to imagine Bruce Willis is the hero that I am, but that's not the reality. And whereas I'm very humbled and I appreciate you, like, oh, you're doing really, you're really not. No, I'm not. I'm a bad guy. Now, am I worse? Probably not than the ad. No. Does everyone have skeletal decline? Yeah. And that's what I'm trying to point out is like, I appreciate it, but note, I am not, it's nothing unique. All right. And it's not terribly all luck either, but luck played a huge role. I was writing a blog. I was in economics. I was getting pissed off at the banking industry. I wrote a bunch of blog posts, started proving like I was right and sane, if anything, for my own vindication and sanity. It happened to get picked up. Then this thing called the internet that was created at the right time. If I was born 20 years earlier, 20 years later, it wouldn't be here. But I timed it right. Then there was podcasting. Then now there's YouTubes. Fathers didn't raise their sons. Mothers divorced their husbands, destroyed families. Incomes now 3 generations of kids that need I happen to be very poor growing up, not as a kid, although that too, but more so as a teens and 20. Went through the trials and tribulations of getting myself out of poverty. All these formulas formed to create the perfect storm. And now I got a platform that I just happened to be by because of the right timing. Kind of does man make history, history make the man? I think history kind of makes the man here in this instance. You could have probably grabbed any individual of thousands out there, plopped it in, and it wouldn't be Cappy. It would be Lieutenant D. It would be Bobby or something like that. And so when you see these different types of people, because we were hanging out, a lot of the Rule Zero guys were here, and then some people met up. Oh my God, Aaron Clare's like it. I know it sounds odd, but revisiting Turd Flinging Monkey, um, he's compliments make him uncomfortable. And they don't necessarily make me uncomfortable, just a little bit confusing. Like, yeah, I get it, but I'm just this guy. I don't mean that it's not a humble, but it's like, no, 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 you don't understand. No, I was born just like you, went through this crap. I just took this weird, circuitous route to get here. And now there's the internet thing shows my adventures, but it's like, yeah, just yelling on the internet. Okay, there's a little zaniness, maybe a slightly different path, a little bit of character, but it's don't let the screen make you think me or anybody else is better than necessarily like that, right? We are all sinners, not the religious angle. Everyone's got skeletons in the closet. Yes, I've tried to do my best to help out people at a profit. At a profit, I might point out. I do hate people. I mean, I am a misanthrope. But I have also unfairly hurt people in the past. And it's kind of the do as I say, not as I do, because I don't want you to like, oh yeah, Cappy's there. And then of course, you know what? Oh, Cappy assaulted someone. Yep, legit. You're like, oh wait, Cappy's yeah, I am. Cappy banged my wife. Yeah, I did. Now one I didn't know she was married at the time. The other one knowingly, which not terribly proud of. But that's another philosophical discussion. But just so you know, like, you shouldn't really worship your heroes, and that's why. A lot of times it's the circumstances that put him there. You know, like Eisenhower. Eisenhower was banging someone other than his wife. Well, I guess that's every president ever, I guess, and everyone worships Bill Clinton. I'm not here. But just so you know, yeah, here's the advice. Do this. You're a great man. No, 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 I'm not. And I did want to take that time, coinciding with, year and a half. So I know it sounds dumb, year and a half. What are you, 11 and you're 8.5 years old? Sobriety is kind of a big thing, an important thing. Take that opportunity to also then extend a sincere apology to everyone that I had, not who I offended. No, who I totally fucked up, or I maybe not totally fucked up, but did bad things to. In some cases, totally fucking up. In other cases, not, but just wronged. And so I did want to do that there. So that's it. Anyway, I appreciate the kind words. I appreciate it, but put things in context, and we'll see you guys later. Toodles.